think the free model does work in certain instances to answer your question, Paul. But I don't think it will ever be the dominant way that the industry will market games because you have a game like God of War. The amount of manpower it takes, there's no extraneous monetization options besides maybe some skins and some things like that. That you have to pay for that experience. You have to pay for that game. You have to pay
And
to
the customer of that product has shown time and time again that they are willing to pay and pay a little bit more for that title.
yeah.
I mean, you look at the sales of Elden Ring, you look at the sales of God of War, you look at the sales of
Elden Ring's
Spider-Man.
sales are
The
nuts.
games like that that stand and they're just the story, despite the fact that these publishers have said that single player doesn't sell anymore, it does. It does. They don't want it to sell like it does, but it
EA said
does.
that, and then Jedi Fallen Order was one of the highest selling
Ex-
video games of all time, like
exactly.
literally months after the president of
It's
EA said that.
the customers want that. There is a base for that, and they're willing to spend money, and they're willing to spend a little bit more money. It's just a one and done.
That was literally a bullshit excuse for them to justify adding microtransactions to tons of different games.
Correct.
To say like, "Oh, single player is dead." Meanwhile, if you look, in the top 20, in the top 10, obviously there's Minecraft and Fortnite and all those games, and no one's dethroning them. But
Mm-mm.
in the middle of the pack of that top tier, mostly single player games.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And that
think I think the model, I think that Eastern model, the free to play, it'll have its niche. It'll be the BRs and the multiplayer where low barrier of entry, you can just play the
mhm.
game. I mean, we just call it the Fortnite model at this point. Like, get in the game, play it. It's fun to either play around for a couple of hours, try it out, no big deal. But if you get hooked on it and they continue to update it, with the battle pass. I mean, they were the first ones to do like that battle pass, right? The season pass model. And now virtually every game that has some kind of live, breathing platform, Destiny, like anything that has like this, like a MMO esque style of game where you can log in and play other people, and it's seasons. They've created that seasonal model. Call of Duty did it now. PUBG, even like the original, the OG BR that was not free to play now is free to play and has a battle pass and loot boxes and skins and all that stuff. Like, they've gone grabbed it all. I think that model, the cycle, the game I was just talking about a second ago,
Yeah.
the cycle is free to play and it has a battle pass and has a shop to buy skins. Like, that's the model they're going to go with because it's this multiplayer, MMO style kind of game.
And then you have games like Avengers where you bought the base game and then they say, we're not going to charge you for any update or any DLC, but they charge you for skins and for
Mhm.
celebrations and things like
Mhm.
that. I'm okay with that model too, because it's like I invested in the game. And if I want to keep playing it, then I'll keep investing in the game. That's how I see a lot of these models is I'm investing in the game because I want it to keep going and succeed because I'm enjoying my time in it. If I stop playing it, I'll stop investing in it. That's
That's what we did with our MMOs, man. I mean, we play
yeah, same
sub
thing.
model MMOs. Same deal.
Yeah. And now
Same deal.
MMOs have gone to they all have a free to play entry point. Some
Mhm.
have it where it's like baseline, you can get to
Yeah.
level 20 and then they want you to pay. Some have it's like, yeah, you can play the whole like vanilla version of the game and then you have to start paying. Lord of the Rings Online last month or 2 months ago were just made every expansion except for I think the last two or three free. So you
Oh,
can
wow.
literally level up to like level 90 now at no cost. And they give away what's called Lotro points, which is their store currency as you quest. So you're actually getting in-game currency on top of all of that to buy
You're
stuff in the store and whatnot.
you're passively gaining premium currency in the free to play model.
Yep.
Wow. That's
I think
interesting.
you get more if you're subbed.
Can you buy a sub with the in-game currency?
I believe you can, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, so time played can be reinvested into your sub.
It's just like WoW tokens
Wow. Yeah.
where people I don't know if you know how that works, Clintus, but they sell a token. So someone can buy a token off the store
Mhm.
and the token is a 1 month sub. They can put it on the auction house. This was to get rid of gold farmers
Okay.
who were selling gold. They put it on the auction house. Somebody buys it for whatever the price is on the auction house, which varies server to server, to be honest, because each server is its own economy. And then that person that bought it gets a month, can cash it in for a month of subscription time.
Okay.
So someone else benefited because they got 15,000 gold, and the other person benefited because they paid 15,000 gold, and they don't have to pay for their subscription that month. With
Gotcha.
I think that's genius.
Yeah.
You're catering
Win-win.
to both sides of your player base on that.